Alright folks, we are back for round 3, and since I lost, this is gonna be another tournament, but as for my anti-spoil game, I have something slightly different. This is another deck, this is sealed. We have a very good pool. We have Angel of Sanction, Regal Caracal, Hurt Piercer Manticore, a good curve, some good removal, pretty aggressive deck that's really nice, and currently we are 3-1. So this is the last round of the sealed event. If I win, I get 4-1, which is great, and if I lose, 3-2, which is not so good. You don't really get your money back if you 3-2. Basically, white-red aggro, go wide with some solid removal and some solid bomb in the late game. The deck has been really good, but it seems really good. Probably one of the better pool I opened so far. And I don't think it was very difficult to beat, or that I had many other decisions over playing just white-red aggro here. I'm not playing the Priest because I don't think that card is great, and I'd rather have some aggressive 2-drop than 1-3s basically. Though I do tend to side them a decent amount depending on the matchup if it's good. I could play Forsake the Worldly in the main. I don't because I don't have enough space, so I leave it inside. I'm splashing for finish of 2 Evolving Wilds and a Swamp, but I can cast Start no matter what, so that's the reason why I'm doing that. I don't really want to splash for Merciless Javelin here because I have some other 4-drop that are decent too, a little bit weaker but decent too, and the chance that I don't get to cast that is a little bit... I don't want to take that chance basically. I'd rather just make sure I can cast my 4-drop, and again, start finish is less problematic because you get to do something even if you don't have the mana. I have a Javelin here, but not enough instant and sorceries. Some sure shots that are fine, but I have some just some better 3-drop overall. And Inciter I don't think is that great here. So that's the deck. It's sweet, it's strong, and hopefully we can just 4-1 with that. Alright, so we are on the draw. Not my favorite, but I'll take it. And it's fine. Hopefully we can draw some more lands, but we have the best card in the deck alongside some couple cheap creatures, so seems acceptable. First time I actually draw Fan Bearer in this deck, I think. Blue-green of some sort. I guess we just fetch now. I want to be able to cast my Fan Bearer next turn. Sometimes you might want to slow roll an Evolving Wilds a little bit if you are splashing, because maybe you can just, draw the planes now, and then you can fetch for your black, and then you can make the card you are splashing for slightly better. But here, since we have a card we want to cast next turn and we cannot cast if we don't get a white or draw a white, I think it's better. And I don't mind this happening. I think it's very, very good. I mean, it's fine for me, especially since I drew Devoted Crotmate. So now if I get to attack with that, I could be able to get back my Jude. Drakehaven is going to be difficult to beat if they have a good Drakehaven deck. But that remains to be proven. Though I guess if you are 3-1, you probably have a decent deck, unless you got really lucky. Mega Oracle stops me pretty well. We might have to sanction the Drakehaven. They are putting everything on top, which is really frightening. Not a ton I can do about that, though. Blood Rage Brawler. I think we just drop Spearmaster that can at least attack through the Oracle every 2 turns. And then hopefully we can Angel of Sanction that before it gets nasty. Good news is that blue-green usually doesn't have a ton of removal, so we might just get rid of that forever. So I think we attack here with the Spearmaster. And if they want to double block with this and a Drake, I'm happily gonna trade my Spearmaster for their Oracle, which means that then this can attack. I believe they just take 4 here. Now the question is, do we play around the count spell and drop a slightly weaker card in Manticore of the Gauntlet? Or, knowing that they already cast an Essence Scatter, or do we just think they have some cycling to do and we want to just cast Angel of Sanction? Because I kind of want to get rid of that ASAP. It is difficult to say. Again, we don't know their deck currently. They already cast a counter spell. They might have some more. But, you know, they have a good reason to have some open mana in Drake Haven, so they might just not be holding up anything. We could just play Manticore, which is going to be fine. But the longer Drake Haven stays on the battlefield, the worse it's going to be for us. So it's a close call, I think. And if they have a counter for the Angel, when we draw a second land, we can just embalm it. So it's not even that bad. Because if they just go make 2 Drake end of turn, start beating me in the air, and then make 2 more Drake, it's gonna be a little bit too late. I think we need to cast that, even though they could in theory have a counterspell. I believe there's a higher chance they are just holding up mana to cycle and make some Drakes. In which case you want to drop the Angel as soon as possible. This turned out fine, it looks like, which doesn't mean that my play was the right one, but it felt like doing that was decent and that they were probably just trying to get some Drakes in. Question will be, do we attack next turn if they have some open mana? That could, and you know that they could go block with Drake, pump it, kill your Angel. I don't know. Maybe they'll be tapped out and things will be simpler. Colossopede. Trial of Solidarity. That's pretty decent. So it means we can attack with Cropmate and get back our Fanbearer pretty much for free. They have no good block, and I'd be happy to trade my Cropmate for Colossopede. It also means that the Angel can attack, and we don't have to care about +2/+2 on the Drake and block. Also, if they just take 5, it's kind of decent. They can double block Cropmate with Oracle and Drake, but then fine. I mean, I'll trade my Cropmate for the Oracle, and I still get back the Fanbearer. And then we can maybe just play Blood Rage Brawler, discard Initiate to add to the board presence and put more pressure. Yeah, I think I'll go with that. Exert. I believe they will just... Yeah, getting back Fanbearer is really nice here on that board too. I think they are just going to double block the Cropmate. But again, I'm making a good trade, getting back a Fanbearer and dealing 5 in the air, so you know, I'll take that any day of the week. Yup, the expected double block. I believe the Oracle is more annoying and stronger than the Drake. And I think we do play the Brawler and discard Initiate. This one I'm not so sure about. This might be slight misplay, because even though you are discarding an Embalm card, you are losing value. It is more aggressive. I think it's rather difficult to tell if it's right or not. It will kind of depend on what they have going on next. Not entirely sure. So I believe they just drew the last card they kept with Oracle. So they kept probably Sandworm and Colossopede, I guess. And they have another Sandworm. Okay, that's fine. Heartpiercer Manticore. That's cool. That's cool. So I guess we are not attacking with something other than the Angel this turn. So how close are we to just burn them? We are extremely close, actually, because if I go Manticore, put a counter on Fanbearer, put you down to 5, and then other Manticore, sack the first Manticore, you are dead. Yeah, I think we just go for that over anything else. I mean, we'd probably take a big hit from the worm next turn, but whatever. Whatever, if I kill you. And they conceded. Alright, sweet. Angel of Tension is that card is probably the best card in the set. I'm not even sure Liliana is better. That card is just way too stupid. So it looks like blue-green ramp with a Drake Haven in the mix. Okay. Drake Haven means I think I want Forsake the Worldly. I guess the Sure Shot are decent against Drake Haven, but I think I'm the aggressor in this matchup and I'd rather keep the more aggressive 3-drop. Though I could imagine... Yeah, I could imagine Sure Shot being better than Spearmaster in this matchup, maybe, and better than Devoted Cropmate. Sure Shot is decent at blocking Drake, and it can also, you can just pump it a lot and trade with bigger cards in the later game. On the draw, it's probably slightly better. Cartouche of Zilla, I'm not a big fan, but I think I like in this matchup because they will probably just drop some big blocker, and getting that is nice. Impeccable Timing seems medium against a deck with large creature and not a ton of early interaction. Javelineer would be fine, but again, I'm not thrilled about playing that just off the splash, even though I have 3 black sources in theory. Not gonna play the 3rd cartouche. Alright. Yeah, I think we do that. Seems decent. The classic cat pacifism 5-lander. I don't think we keep that. It's not that good. That's much better. I don't think I want or need that, really. Don't want a flood. I can cast everything in my hand already. Vizier of Remedies. Now the big question is, do we slow roll the Vizier? So we have one more token of Monument. And I think the answer is actually yes, we do. First, because it's top deck trial, so getting some more creature makes a lot of sense. Second, because it's not like Vizier is going to be attacking into Cultivator next turn anyway, so seems decent. Drake Haven again. Jeez. Alright, I think the game plan here is... I don't think... I'm sure the game plan is going to be go white, and hopefully we can wheel off double trial. Because next turn, we'll have most likely 4 creatures. Oh, Heart Piercer, Manticore. And even if they counter stuff, we still get some creatures, so... Looks like they might have a counter spell here, but I think they are going to keep it for the Minotaur. But we are still getting some warriors, so... And it means the Manticore is not getting countered if they counter that. But I think they want to counter it if they have Drake Haven around. But then they might not get to cycle because they only have 2 mana left. And most cycler costs 2 mana and you want 1 more for the Haven. In any case, I'm talking a lot. Bounty of the Laksha. Huh. Now the question is, do we go straight up Beatdown right now or do we wait 1 more turn? I wish this was a red, would have been great. Then I could have gone Manticore, well, I guess we want to trial before we cartouche anyways. So if we go trial, they most likely just take 10. Which seems acceptable. I don't believe they chump block yet. And then we can go... If we draw a red, great, we can go Manticore, cartouche. Or we just go cartouche trial, and they maybe just take 10 more and they die. Or we could go Manticore now, hit them for 2. We would not be sacking anything with... Though I guess no, we could attack, then they probably block Vizier. And they take 2 and we can toss a warrior at the Cultivator. Yeah, that's actually quite good, I think. And I like to be as wide as I can before I trial. I'm not sure if it's the right... It's not a super easy decision, but I think the value of just killing the Cultivator right now is kind of kind of good enough. Kaboom. And then it's really likely that they just drop a random blocker, though they could also cycle and have a blocker mid-combat using Drake Haven. But best case scenario, they play something like Colossapede, and we go Trial, Cartouche, and they take so many damage that they just never come back in the game. I kind of like them doing that main phase. I mean, I understand they are doing that because they want to hit land drops, so it makes sense. But it's going to be better for me. They could have another cycling plus Drake here, but I still believe we go for that. And I guess we enchant a warrior. Or do we enchant Vizier so it doesn't trade with Drake? Yeah, probably. If they make another Drake, that is. This plays into Bounce Spell pretty badly, but I haven't seen Bounce Spell yet. And if they don't have it, they just... yeah. Goodbye. Alright, that was the final round. That was pretty cool. I mean, I'm not even mad about losing the second round of draft because we got to play this sweet game of Sealed. And we got the 4-1, which is sweet. But I think this deck was definitely a 4-1 deck, probably 5-0. The round after I lost, I basically got stuck on 2 lands 2 games in a row. I kept 2-lander with a 2-drop that were definitely keeps, I'm pretty sure, and then I never drew a 3rd land 15 cards deep in my deck, so this happened, but deck was solid and it was fun to play. So I hope you enjoyed that draft and Sealed. Thank you for watching. Again, there will be no upload this weekend. I'll be playing in GP Bologna, but I see you guys next week for some more Amonkhet draft.